I'm trying to angle this so I get the least amount of chin. But you guys know I have a chin, right? Like, I mean that I have like several of them. So, you know, that's okay because I'm about to talk about Barbie. And you could maybe tell that because of all this pink that I'm wearing, but also this could just be like what I wear on a Monday of vacation because I love pink. And my hand's going to hurt if I hold the thing like that. So I think you just have to, like, I don't know, deal with all of my chins. But you guys you've seen them before. So anyway, I'll just sit like this for the movie. I made these earrings. I like to make polymer clay earrings. I've talked about that before, probably. It's one of those things that keeps me off the street. I'm kidding. I'm too lazy to be on the street. I would never be on the street if I didn't have a hobby. I would just be on the couch. So it's something that gets me off the couch and away from watching a show or something, doing something different. Anyway, on this glorious first Monday of vacation, I'm going to talk about Barbenheimer weekend because, yes, I did participate in Barbenheimer weekend. We saw Barbie on Friday, and then we saw Oppenheimer on Saturday because I was not going to be like there are some people that saw both of these movies in the same day, and God bless y'all because I couldn't do it. Like, first of all, I have a bad back. And just sitting for like that amount of time for one movie is enough. But if I was trying to sit for two movies on one day, that would be way too much. The other thing is, I don't remember what I was going to say. Well, basically, like that would totally mess up getting my nap. And I can't believe how much I want to have, how much I need to have. Do I need to have a nap, or I just really like having naps, and so I always get a nap. Anyway, where was I going? I'm going to talk about both of them, but we're going to start with Barbie because it's the first one that I saw. So I'm going to try to do this without spoilers because I really want to encourage people to see Barbie because it's getting great reviews. But like when I was telling people that I was going to see Barbie, like a lot of people were like, "What are you talking about? Why are you going to go see Barbie?" I'm thinking that this is a movie that you would only go see if you were like big into Barbie as a kid, or I don't know, still collected Barbies or something like that. And it is like nothing could be further from the truth. Like as a kid, at an age where kids play with Barbies, like, yeah, I loved Barbies. I was always hella of like coveting like other people because they had like more better Barbie shit and like a dream house, and I didn't have that kind of shit, but I had to use my imagination for, you know, a place for Barbie to live and sleep and stuff. But so I loved, you know, playing with Barbies was great. And but it doesn't matter if you didn't do that because this movie is just so much fun. Let's start with the first thing. The person who steals this movie, in my opinion, is Ryan Gosling. I like Ryan Gosling. Like, wouldn't call myself a Ryan Gosling super fan, but anything that I've seen him in, which has only been a couple of things. La La Land. I loved La La Land. I think that I'm picturing a movie that's like a rom-com-y type of movie that has him and, why am I thinking like Steve Carell or something random like that? I could be thinking of another older white guy with dark hair. I don't know. I'll have to go look it up because I'm picturing him in that movie and liking him in that movie, whatever it was. I've never seen The Notebook. I probably never will see The Notebook because it looks like so sad. And yeah, anyway, so I like him. But in this movie, he steals he steals the movie. He is Ken. The funniest stuff has to do with Ryan Gosling. He's an absolute delight, and his stuff is reason enough to go see this movie. I'll just tell you that. But Margot Robbie is absolutely perfectly cast as stereotypical Barbie. That's what her name is. I mean, they call her Barbie, but they call everybody Barbie, but stereotypical Barbie is her like brand. And the sets, so colorful, so fun, like just a feast for the eyes. It's so great. And there's stuff in there about obviously what this is about. This is using Barbie as this subversive way of getting across this message about feminism and the problems with the patriarchy and things like that. But I think they do such a perfect job of doing that, and then also of there's stuff in here about moms and kids and things changing and letting go, and then just being a human being is terrifying, and that's about change and stuff. And there's some just really sweet stuff in here that just works so well on top of the stuff that's just pure silliness and comedy and wackiness. And I just can't recommend it enough, and I'm not sure who wouldn't like this. I don't really think this is a girl movie. Like, I think that anybody would like this. Yes, there are some jokes that, there's a joke that they've shown in trailers where the guy Kens are on the beach, which, like, for me, that falls a little flat. But for the most part, it's just absolutely delightful. Truly delightful. So, anyway, God, I've already talked for 6 minutes. God, I'm such a rambler. Just sitting outside to do this. I was going to do it in the drive-thru, and then I pulled up to the drive-thru, and then there was no line at the drive-thru, which was beautiful and wonderful and fantastic. So, anyway, I'm going to go home. I'm going to drink some coffee. Like I said, it's my first day of vacation. Pretty freaking pumped about that. And I'm going to drink some coffee, and then I'm going to talk about Oppenheimer, and I'll be back with that. And I'm considering also throwing on, what I was going to say about Barbenheimer is that, excuse me, I love that both of these, I feel like this was a fantastic, happy accident, because I've heard that Christopher Nolan always wants to release his movies on this particular week of July. And I doubt that Barbie was like, we're going to release our movie this week because of Oppenheimer. But I love that it gave them this extra, it made it a thing. So it gave both of them extra hype, and they both deserve the hype because they're both great movies. And then I do feel sorry for Mission Impossible, which came out the week before, because I saw that in IMAX, and it was freaking fantastic. And it only got to spend 1 week on IMAX, depending on where you were going, because then Oppenheimer came out. So that's a little rough. But I mean, whatever. Tom Cruise has plenty of money, and all those people have plenty of money. Although, that being said, I do support the 1,000,000% the actors and writers who are striking, not because of people like Tom Cruise, but because of people who are trying to make a living wage, who are acting, who are not Tom Cruise type people who have plenty of money already. But you know what I'm saying? We don't want AI to be, this is a lot of this is about AI and stuff, and I forget all the ins and outs. But anyway, where the fuck was I going with that? But maybe I'll add on my Mission Impossible review too, just to make this just about all the blockbusters. But I don't know, it's Barbenheimer, so we'll see. Gotta talk for another 2 minutes. Okay, I'm out of here. Okay, bye. I'm back in the same spot where I was yesterday, checking out the bay. It's kind of my part of the bay today, a little dreary day, not very much like an August 1st should be, but that's the Bay Area for you. It's windy, it's a little gray, but it's still beautiful. So nice natural lighting and such. And in my car studio, having some coffee. I'm going to talk about Oppenheimer. So, I really enjoyed this movie, a lot. It was long, for sure. You're aware of that. And I wasn't even mad about it, because, I read something or heard something somewhere where a reviewer said this was like reading the Wikipedia page for Oppenheimer. And I disagree, because I was thoroughly into this. This is a biopic. It is not just the stuff that's happening around the creation of the hydrogen bomb, which is what he's famous for. But, it starts with his early years at college and stuff, and, a lot of years before the bomb. And then they also have a lot of stuff after, which I would argue that the stuff that comes after, while being part of his life, and they wanted to have that in this biopic and deal with the ramifications of everything, you know, necessary, but at the same time, that's the part that I wish that they would have shortened, because that was the only time of the movie where I found myself getting a little restless and wishing that that part would move along faster. But I don't want to give any spoilers. I would just say that, like, when you walk out of this movie, to me, the vibe that's after watching this movie is sort of like when you go when I, back in whatever year it was, and I'll throw the year up here, saw Schindler's List, and I was like, wow, this is an amazing movie. And now I just feel so like it's heavy, because this is heavy stuff. This is heavy what happened. This is heavy that, you know, that for him, obviously, because he's like, I'm doing this because I have the knowledge to do this and my country wants me to do this. But the fact that we're actually going to use this bomb and so many innocent people are going to wind up being killed, all in the name, you know, the name of like ending the war and stuff. It's just a moral, like, it's, you know, that's what a large part of the movie is about, is his moral issues with this whole thing. And yeah, people are gonna be like, why are you I mean, I'm not trying to compare apples to apples. I mean, Schindler's List is also a movie that took place during the war, and it's also talking about the horrible things that went on during the war. But you're glad that you saw that movie. And I will say, Schindler's List, in my mind, is way more emotionally draining, heavy than this movie is. It just, to be clear. But that was the movie that came to mind, as far as, I'm really glad that I saw this movie. I needed to see this movie, but it is very heavy. Like, it doesn't feel, this one I would say is more rewatchable just because of the visuals. I mean, Nolan shot this in IMAX, and this is one of those movies where I don't think I would have gone to see it had it not been Christopher Nolan, who is a director. Like, Inception is one of my favorite movies. And so and the fact that he shot this in IMAX, like, I wanted to see the spectacle of this, like, on the big screen. And I'm, you know, really glad that I did. And I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know about this man. And, you know, that a lot of the stuff, you know, in planning was going on, like, at UC Berkeley, which is 20 minutes from my house. And so, yeah, the acting is superb. The acting is first rate. Cillian, I've heard Cillian. I think it's Cillian. I'll try to go look that up. Murphy will definitely get nominated. He's outstanding as Oppenheimer. Robert Downey Jr., nearly unrecognizable in this movie. Definitely not Tony Stark. I could see him getting a nomination for this just because he's so much not Tony Stark in this, and it's really good. It's a pretty good meaty supporting actor role that he's got here. But the acting all around is it's really it's excellent. And so to see, if you want to see I don't think that you have to be like a history person or a war movie person or anything like that to appreciate this movie. Because again, I came away from it, and even my 17-year-old, like, really enjoyed. Enjoy is such a weird word to use because of the subject matter, but we did really like this movie a lot. So, yeah, I would recommend it. I mean, but again, you got to be able to buckle down for 3 hours and know that that's what you're getting into. But I thought it was really, the visuals in it are just absolutely amazing. So, to me, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap up Barbenheimer. I'm going to say, most definitely, if there's a movie that I want to watch again, it's Barbie. This movie is so much ridiculous fun. And you can't really compare them. I'm glad that they both came out the same time, so we could, you know, have 2 movies to go watch in the weekend, because this is what I like to do during the summer. And, you know, I love both of the movies, and Barbie is the one that definitely, I would say, like, pretty much everybody could go see that movie and enjoy it. And Oppenheimer is going to, like, I know at the box office, Barbie's totally making more money, because they just have, it's way there are way more people that, again, I don't know who wouldn't like the Barbie movie. Maybe it's not for little kids just because, there's stuff that would be going on that they wouldn't understand, but there's really nothing inappropriate. Like, there were little kids at the movie when I went to go see it. There's nobody, who couldn't see it, but Oppenheimer is going to be very much like, you got to be like a diehard Nolan fan, or just a diehard history person, or, yeah, I don't know. If you have any interest in it at all, I would say you should go. And definitely, I think everybody should go see Barbie. So I've talked way too long already. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. And I'm going to say thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm really happy to be on vacation. I'm going to go drink some coffee, and then maybe I'll edit this video and throw it up on the YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you like it, it makes my heart so happy, and really super happy inside. And if you subscribed, that would make my heart really happy. I don't get any money. I'm never going to get any money from this. I have a job. It's not about that. It's just, I just like to talk to people and tell them to go watch stuff, and then hopefully hear from you guys about what you thought. That's it. That's why I do this. It's good times. It's a hobby. It's fun. Anyway, thanks for listening. I appreciate you very much. Okay, bye.